is the most important stand the Seventh-day Adventist Church has ever taken regarding violence against men, women, and children. Through this campaign, more than 15 million Adventists across the world are expected to create a global movement that will mobilize within their own communities, where each person will actively work to create awareness and share solutions on ways to end this global problem. This initiative, which extends to more than 200 countries and territories, was launched in October 2009 in partnership between the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, a prominent humanitarian organization, and the Department of Women's Ministries of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Today's focus is on the issue of youth violence and pornography. And these are issues that are not normally discussed, and for that reason, many will find it uncomfortable. Yet it is vital that we recognize these issues. Our young people are not safe. We must find ways to help them deal with the destructive and harmful effects resulting from these types of abuse. I invite you to listen to Sarah McDougall, abuse recovery coach, as she shares with us these alarming statistics.
The statistics of violence, bullying, and assault are alarming in every country. Technology has expanded the potential for youthful cruelty by making it possible to cyberbully one's peers without risking exposure or harm to oneself. Before we can explore the tangible ways to address this problem, we must first have a better understanding of what our youth are facing on a daily basis in today's world. We must also remember that many of the families in our congregations and communities are living with the impact of this data. According to the World Health Organization, youth violence is a global public health problem. It includes a range of acts, from bullying and physical fighting to more severe sexual and physical assault to homicide. About 200,000 homicides occur worldwide every year around the world among the youth aged 10 to 29 years old. This is close to half, 43% of the total number of homicides globally each year. Homicide is the fourth leading cause of death from ages 10 to 29, and 83% of these involve male victims. For each young person killed, many more sustain injuries requiring hospital treatment. In one study, up to 24% of women report that their first sexual experience was forced. While it is not fatal, youth violence has a serious, often lifelong impact on physical, psychological, and social functioning. Youth violence greatly increases the costs of health, welfare, and criminal justice services. It reduces productivity and decreases the value of property. According to RAINN.org, the rates of sexual violence to children under the age of 18 is chilling. 1 in 9 girls and 1 in 53 boys under the age of 18 experience sexual abuse or assault at the hands of an adult. 82% of all victims under 18 are female. Females ages 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely than the general population to be victims of rape, attempted rape, or sexual assault. 9 out of 10 victims of rape are female. The effects of child sexual abuse can be long-lasting and affect the victim's mental health, increasing their risks and making them about 4 times more likely to develop symptoms of drug abuse, about 4 times more likely to experience post-traumatic stress as adults, about 3 times more likely to experience a major depressive episode as adults. So as loving parents, teachers, and church community leaders, how can we keep our children safe? What can we do to protect the next generation and help them develop into healthy, whole, strong, confident, safe adults?
A serious question indeed. For many years, we have been crying out to end violence against men, women, and children. In fact, prior to COVID, we would engage in community marches to raise awareness on these issues. Today, our cries are even louder as we as Seventh-day Adventists continues to say no to violence. Why do we need this special day? Because there is still domestic violence, even in some Christian families. Because there are still so many persons who do not yet know how to say no to violence. And because there are many persons who need these right tools to help assist those who are in danger.
If we have a first elder, we have a pastor who is very much into not only when we have these programs, but having the church as a safe place, a place that shares information. So we have a table that is there constantly with information that visitors, community persons or members can get. So we access these resources. So when we make ourselves aware, we are to utilize them. So if a child reports it, if somebody at church needs help, it is to be reported. So the laws can help while we can give support as best as we can.
When we, as a global church, avoid uncomfortable topics, preferring to keep things secret and hidden, we allow violence to flourish in private. The only way to dispel the darkness is to shine the light of truth upon it and to bring it into the sterilizing sunshine of God's character.
You see, it's so important that we as leaders and church members not only be aware of the signs of abuse, but actively take steps to prevent it from happening, listening carefully and compassionately to those who have experienced abuse, and taking action, such as taking preventive measures, reporting perpetrators to the proper authorities so the perpetrators can be held accountable. There are many helpful resources available online, including the website below, where you can find more information. As we close, I would like to take a moment to address those who have experienced some form of violence or abuse. My sister, my brother, God knows what has happened to you, and He cares. What happened to you is not your fault. I encourage you to talk with a trusted person today. You do not need to suffer in silence. Help is available now.
Where do you find yourself today? Whatever your situation, help is available. If you are a member of our local conference, you may call our counseling helpline at 876-578-4450, 876-527-4593, or 876-578-5613. You will receive confidential counseling from our experienced counselors. If you know of a child who is being abused, call the Child Prevention and Family Services Agency at 876-948-6678, 876-948-2841-2. They have responsibility for providing a stable and nurturing living environment for children who need care and protection. If you are watching from the Caribbean or outside of the Caribbean and you are being abused or you are an abuser, visit enditnow.org to access help. Let us be united to end it now. With God's help, we can make an impact on the many lives as they begin the healing